to another episode. This is our third stop on our journey to Easter, and today we'll be looking at a story where two people have two very different reactions to Jesus. So before we get into it, let's go and do some praise and worship together.
Searching, you found me. Your love opened my eyes. My heart forever changed. No more standing still, no more going back. Oh, your love is moving me. I came alive when you found me. I'll never be the same. No more standing still, no more going back. Oh, your love is moving me. I came alive when you found me. I'll never be the same. Oh, I'll shout it out to everyone around me. I am forever changed. Your love is moving me, yeah.
So like I said before, we're going to be looking at two different people's reactions to Jesus. Now, one of them you may know really well, and the other one, maybe not so much. So let's get started with a question. My question is, have you ever seen or tried on some perfume? You're probably thinking I've gone crazy, but go with me. Perfume is something that you can buy, but it is pretty expensive. Now, this is one of my favorite ones. It's not super expensive, but I do make sure that I look after it and I don't waste it. Now, here are some of the most expensive perfumes that you can buy today in our world. So the first one is called Jar Bolt of Lightning, and you can buy less than what I've got in my hand here for $765. So that's quite an expensive bottle of perfume. But if you think that is expensive, how about this one? This one is Clive Christian #1 Imperial Majesty. And for this bottle, you have to spend $12,722. That is super expensive, but it's not the most expensive one. Here is another one that is so expensive. This is DKNY Golden Delicious. And for this bottle of perfume, so less than I have in my hand, like I said, you have to spend $1 million. That is a very expensive bottle of perfume. Now you're probably wondering why I'm talking about perfume. But the person in our story today, she anoints Jesus with perfume. She pours perfume onto his head. So let's just watch this quick video so you know what I'm talking about.
2 days before the Passover, Jesus was in Bethany at the home of Simon,
Hey, come on in.
a man who had previously had leprosy. While Jesus was eating, a woman came in with a beautiful jar of expensive perfume. She broke the jar open and poured perfume over Jesus' head. Jesus' disciples were upset when they saw this. They said, "What a waste! It could have been sold for a high price and the money given to the poor."
What'd you do that for?
So they scolded the woman.
Hold on there.
But Jesus said, "Leave her alone. Why criticize her for doing such a good thing to me? You will always have the poor among you, and you can help them whenever you want to, but you will not always have me. She has poured this perfume on me to prepare my body for burial. I tell you the truth, wherever the good news is preached throughout the world, this woman's deed will be remembered."
Now you might find this story a bit weird because a lady kind of wasting perfume on Jesus sounds like a bit of a strange thing to do. And maybe you would have had the same reaction as the disciples and kind of been a bit shocked and said, "Why are you wasting that perfume?" But like Jesus said, that lady chose Jesus over her possessions. She loved Jesus more than that expensive perfume. And it was also a sign of how this Holy Week was going to end. Because remember, Jesus knew that he was going to die. And this perfume would have been used in burials as well. So it was kind of pointing the disciples to say, this is going to happen really soon. So that was our first person, a lady who showed so much love for Jesus that she gave up her most valuable possession to worship and honor him. But how about our second person? Now he's actually one of the disciples, and you did see him in that little video, but just after this event, he does something even worse than complaining about what a lady has done for Jesus. Let's watch this video.
Caiaphas, there's a man outside who says it's urgent you see him.
Very well, bring him in.
Come in then, quickly.
What's your business, my son? I understand that you seek Jesus of Nazareth.
And if we do?
I'm in a position to deliver him. What's your name, my son? Judas. I am one of his closest and most trusted followers. Are you certain he trusts you? Would he put me in charge of the money if he didn't?
Tell us, Judas, you've followed this Jesus for so long. Why betray him now?
I believed in him at first. I've not met a kinder, gentler, better man. But his methods are misguided. And his downfall is inevitable.
Did you ever think that he was the Messiah and Son of God?
I may have believed that once. And now? No. Good! Your eyes are open now. Soon, the other believers will follow you.
For this Jesus is a dangerous radical.
Who must be stopped.
For the good of our nation.
For helping us, you'll go down in history as a great man. Lead him to us at night, Judas.
Secrecy is the key. The fewer witnesses, the better.
When the time is right, I'll tell you where to find him. Your reward, Judas. 30 silver pieces?
Judas, one of Jesus's closest friends and disciples. He'd probably been with Jesus for many years, but he decided that actually he was going to betray Jesus. He wanted money more than Jesus. See, there are two different reactions when we meet Jesus. We can choose to make him more precious than anything, even more than our most prized possessions, or we can put our possessions ahead of him. So we can be like the woman with perfume, or we can be like Judas. And it's a choice that we all have to make individually. Nobody can make it for you because it's a personal thing between you and God. So I encourage you to ask questions, to delve in and say, is Jesus the most precious thing in your life or not? And if you would like to make the choice to make Jesus the most precious thing in your life and you'd like someone to talk to, well, make sure you speak to an adult or a trusted friend, or you can get in contact with me and I would happily help you talk through some of the things that it means to put Jesus first. So those are our two reactions this week. Anointed or betrayed? Now this story becomes really close to the end of Holy Week. So next week we'll be looking at the Last Supper. And this is a story that you probably know really, really well because it's told every time that we have communion. But we're going to be looking into it, trying to figure out what it means to us today. So I hope you are able to join me next week. Now before we leave, we are going to have our 3 questions. So make sure that you have your passport and you are filling out those different activities in the boxes to get your stamps. So you just need to get in contact with me, send me the answers to these questions so you can get that stamp. And then join me for the Zoom calls on Sunday and on Wednesday so that you can get those stamps as well. Our activity for this week is a resurrection garden. Now I have made one. I hoped it was going to grow a bit so I could show you what it looks like, but mine hasn't quite yet. So this is how you make one, and then I'll put a picture of what it should look like at the end of somebody else's. So this is something you can make now, and it should, fingers crossed, be ready in time for Easter in a few weeks' time. So I hope you have a great week, and I'll catch you through the week if you're around. If not, see you next time. Bye!